Human rights campaigner Peter Tatchell also joined me earlier. He acknowledges the government should monitor suspects, but says the Home Secretary's data sharing plans raise serious questions.
What is concerning about what the Home Secretary has announced today is that he's going to share this information with local police, local councils and other agencies, none of whom are security experts. And he's not saying how they should use this information or how they can safeguard to make sure it doesn't leak out into the wider public. You can imagine that someone's on a suspect list, it's shared with the local authority staff, is it going to go to housing, social services, who's going to actually receive it, and what are they going to do with it? That's the important thing. What action is going to be possible for these people who are not security experts? Okay,
so a lot of people, though, will say, well, if they're suspects, then surely everything should be done to make sure they don't carry out some sort of atrocity. And is there a question that, well, we're talking about millions and millions of people living in this country. We're only talking about, what, 20,000 suspects. So is there a question of whether these people are suspects or not, to question that credibility about the fact that they could indeed be a threat to society? What's to say they're not?
Well, of course, the security services have files on these estimated 20,000 people.
Yeah.
Those people don't know they've got files on them, and they don't know whether those files are accurate, and they've got no opportunity to challenge them. So now, under the Home Secretary proposals, these files will be passed to other agencies, and again, they'll be operating on the basis of assuming it's all correct, but not necessarily knowing it's correct. And there is the danger that people gossip and people talk, and then let's say my neighbour is on one of these suspect lists, and the local authority is informed about it. What are they going to do? What am I expected to do? And it could create a real climate of suspicion and perhaps even false accusation.
Well, indeed, already the Prevent scheme has been accused of that, hasn't it? Causing more division than anything else in communities.
That's right. And, I don't disagree with the Prevent strategy in principle. I think it's quite right to target extremism.
And indeed, that case today where that girl was found guilty of plotting against attacking a British museum, it seems that that's a perfect example of where Prevent can actually work.
Absolutely. But there have been some mistakes and some excessive examples of overzealous people interpreting Prevent against innocent people.